In a major transportation development, California state transportation officials have unveiled a $1.5 billion investment plan for port infrastructure upgrades. The objective: enhance safety, reduce emissions, maintain efficient goods and people flow, and support sustainable port development. This comprehensive plan covers key ports, including the Port of Los Angeles and the Port of Long Beach. A substantial $1.2 billion will fund 15 projects focused on cargo transportation system efficiency and supply chain sustainability. Notably, $450 million is allocated for zero-emission initiatives across infrastructure, trains, ships, and vehicles. The Port of Los Angeles will receive $149 million for maritime support facility improvements and over $80 million for road system enhancements. The Port of Long Beach secures $383 million for the system-wide improvements for freight transportation (SWIFT) project, including equipment upgrades and hybrid-powered tugboats. Oakland's port gets over $100 million for modernization, while the Port of Hueneme receives nearly $80 million in investments. This strategic plan underscores California's commitment to greener, more efficient, and sustainable port operations. In a significant development, California State has earmarked close to $80 million for upgrading the aging dock infrastructure and advancing the adoption of eco-friendly equipment at the Port of Hueneme. Governor Newsom underscored California's critical position in the national and global economy, emphasizing that these investments will usher in port modernization, pollution reduction, bottleneck elimination, and the enhancement of distribution networks. Gene Soroka, the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles, echoed these sentiments. In addition to this investment, an extra $191 million has been allocated for regional initiatives. These measures are set to bolster competitiveness, stimulate job creation, and further fortify decarbonization endeavors. U.S. liner freight rates continue their upward trajectory. Recent data from Freightos Baltic Exchange reveals significant spikes in baseport freight rates from Asia to North America. West Coast rates soared by 11% in a single week, with East Coast rates for Asian exports rising by 8%. Sellers are advised to promptly plan their shipping schedules and collaborate with reliable cross-border logistics providers. Recently, Rahal International, a U.S. juice importer, filed a complaint with the United States Federal Maritime Commission, FMC, against Hapag Lloyd, citing unfair detention and demurrage charges, D&D. The complaint alleges that between April and June 2022, Hapag Lloyd imposed almost $300,000 in D&D fees for empty containers, a fee structure Rahal International considers non-compliant with the U.S. Shipping Act. The importer claims direct losses of at least $715,000 due to these charges, arguing that Hapag Lloyd accepted business despite knowing the lack of facilities for empty container returns, leading to a logistical paralysis. Additionally, Rahal International asserts that Hapag Lloyd didn't provide adequate facilities for empty container returns in the New York and New Jersey ports for at least a year before the complaint. This accumulation of empty containers hindered drayage suppliers, resulting in extra costs and direct losses of nearly $200,000 in apple juice value. The complaint highlights that despite its capacity issues, Hapag Lloyd continued to charge excessive ocean freight rates, earning substantial profits.